Hello, welcome back to Rustaholic. I'm Patrick, and we're still working on my 1969 Plymouth Fury. Hopefully, this will be the last episode of the maintenance issues that we got to do, and we can get this thing out of here. I'm really looking forward to working on the next vehicle, which should be the Catalina. That's right, Pontiac station wagon. So hopefully the next episode we'll be able to get into that. But today, to finish this up, we got two major things to do. One is the brake tab we found on the last episode was the cause of my battery dying. And because the battery died, it was because of that tab, got twisted over, so the brake light switch couldn't get pushed in anymore. So we're gonna have to make that solid and get that fixed. The other part is the convertible top. Now, since December, it didn't go up or down. It just stopped working entirely. And I jumped it in order to get the top down so that I can enjoy the rest of the winter. However, if I want to enjoy the rest of the summer, I need to get that top up. So, ironically, the brake switch light that killed the battery made me see some wiring up here that I then resolved, which now resolved the switch for the top working. Are you following me so far? So right now, the top actually will go up. At least it makes noise in the motor. And I'm pretty sure that the fluid back there is really low. When I was looking at before, back in November, I remember seeing that the lines to it had lots and lots of air bubbles, more bubbles than actual fluid. So I'm hoping that that's the main issue. And if we get some more fluid in there, get those air bubbles out of it, completely bleed it, we'll have a working top and we'll be able to just move on. So lots to do today. Let's get to it. It's really hard to get down under here and film. So for those of you who didn't see what happened on the last episode, here's a quick look at what my situation is under the dash. Now you can see here that the tab has totally bent over and got pushed over by the plunger of the brake light switch. Unfortunately, I can't tighten it all the way down right there so that it doesn't move, because I think that'll create a bind with the brake booster lever itself. So I need to keep that a little loose, but I don't want that tab to move anymore. So the plan is to put a couple tack welds on it, and hopefully that will get it solid, and that way I can keep that nut down there just a little bit loose, so that booster will be able to move just a little bit like it needs to. But first step, I'm just going to take all of those initial wires off. I'm going to get the brake switch completely out of the way. I'm going to take the spring off, so we'll have just the pedal and the tab to deal with. Okay, you can see I got the switch out of the way. I got my tab back pretty much where I want it, and I think I just need to get a couple tack welds underneath there along the bottom and maybe along that left side, and I think it should be pretty good. This is my buddy's welder. Really appreciate him letting me use it. It's a really nice Lincoln, but unfortunately I haven't set this thing up since I got it back from him. So gonna take me a few minutes. Let me get this thing dialed in, make sure I don't kill myself, and we'll get ready to go. All right, I think I'm ready. Did a couple test tack welds out here, and I only managed to weld one of my tips together. So that was pretty good. So I think we're ready to try to get this thing permanent. So good luck to me, because I don't weld very often, and I don't claim to be good at it by any means, but hopefully a couple tacks here will just get it done. That was a miss. Yikes. I'm calling it. I don't think it's going anywhere. I mean, it's ugly, but it's not going anywhere. Wait. There it is in all its beauty. It was really hard to get to that left side. I just kept hitting stuff with the trigger and couldn't get in on that left side. But at any rate, I don't think this is going anywhere. I think I'm going to loosen up that bolt just a little bit so it doesn't have any restrictions at all on the piston to the booster itself. And then I think those tack welds will literally just be holding that tab in place. And so I think we'll be good here. It's all back together. Hopefully the brakes work. But the tail lights will definitely be off at this point. So I think we did what we needed to do. So okay, next up is the motor of the top. And I've been looking for it here, and it's right down here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's right here. You can see the lines coming out, going in both directions. And you can see the power wires going right there that goes to the switch in the front. And it looks like, from just feeling down here, that the little plug or port that I'm looking at is on this side. And this might be easy enough to get to if the top was up. But since it's not, I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this seat off, which is a little weird. I don't think I've ever taken the back seat out of a convertible. On the coupes, they just have little hooks. You unscrew the bottom and this pops out. But I don't know if that's how that works. Oh, right there. There's one. So maybe that works the same way. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to get this back seat out. We can have a closer look at this motor, and then we can see about bleeding this thing a little bit, and hopefully that will enable this top to come back to life. So. Here we are, and check this out. Are these factory zip ties? I didn't even think they had those, but there you go. This is the factory speaker wire. It's possible, but see how this has fluid in it and this doesn't? Right here, this both have fluid. Gap, more gap here, lots of gap here, and it goes back. But here's the motor, and there's the plug right there. So I think we're gonna unscrew that and try to put some fluid in it. And then what I've heard is you move the top up and down, and it'll all that air will come through the motor here, through the container, and go out here, and all of these should refill with fluid over time. Now I'm not sure if my top will actually raise in the shop. We'll have to check that out. But we're gonna give it a try. So let me get this thing off and then find some transmission fluid, and we'll see if we can't get this thing filled back up. Alright, my idea is here is I'm just going to, got my little squeezer here filled with transmission fluid. I'm just going to keep adding it until it starts to come out this hole. That's the whole plan. Alright, that was a false positive. I'm just empty. More transmission fluid. Oh, there we go. I think that's real. Yep. We're full. We're full. That took quite a bit of fluid, actually. It took about 1.5 of these. All right, let's see what happens. Going up. Nope, nothing. Why? Last I heard, it has power. No, no, say it's not so. Everything looks intact. Oh, how could that have been a coincidence? That's horrible. All right, I don't even have the keys, but I don't think the keys need to even be on, but. All right, I got the key on. I don't think that matters anyway. All right, I think next up, let's troubleshoot. Let's start at the back. I have access to this. Let's see if we can get power all the way to here. At least that'll tell me if my switch is working or not. All right, I found the ground wire for the actual motor, so I'm attached to that, so that should be a good ground. And I did hear this thing make noise like 2 days ago. So, let's see. I think we're just not getting any power from here. So the next thing is, let's bypass all of this stuff. Let's bring power all the way to here and see if we can get this thing to move. Let's do that. All right, here's the new issue. So I've got it, I went ahead and disconnected this. I've got our power running here, which is straight to the battery. Bypassing the switch and all other electrical back to this side, and we'll use that to plug into there and see if we can get some action from this motor. Let's check it out. Not the easiest thing to get into. Okay. So this guy's live, so I'm trying to make sure I don't ground it out. One of these is up, one of these is down, but both of them should make noise. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's up or down, or neither. That definitely, the motor works, so that's good. Aha! All right. Worst case scenario, we have what I want, which is the top up. But I also want to see if we can keep bleeding the air out of this, so I'm going to take this up and down a couple times. And that seems on point too. That definitely is way faster than it's ever been, ever. So that's cool. Maybe one more time. So I don't think I'm seeing any gaps anymore. Oh. We got a leak. We got a leak. We got a leak. Oh yeah, we got a leak. Let me show you. So here we go. This line right here is our culprit. And it's really hard, which maybe it should be, I don't know, but it's definitely leaking right there, which makes sense because this should be a closed system. So why would this be half empty? That doesn't make any sense. Good news is the motor seems to be working just fine, but we're going to need to replace these which means I'm gonna have to take these off and see where it goes. And same for the other side. And that means, yeah, we're gonna be delayed a little bit here. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and take these door panels off, both of these. I'm gonna stash these back seats somewhere. I'm gonna put the top up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because then I can still drive the car. And that's what I really want to do. And as long as the top up, I'll be shaded while I do it. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna clean all this up. I'm gonna try to take all this stuff apart and stash it, probably put it on top of the Caprice like I do everything else. And then, yeah, see about getting some new lines here, because I think that we're gonna be good. No, well, oh yeah, the switch still doesn't work, so dang it. I don't know what to do about that. Tearing the dash apart is not a great idea. So bypassing the switch is more my speed right now. Save tearing the dash apart for another day. Okay, quick update. I got all the stuff out of our way on both sides. And I cleaned everything up, because once I got in here, it looked like our problem might actually be at the fitting or at the hydraulic thing itself. Same thing over here. This one was leaking, but not nearly as bad. And again, it might have been leaking from the actual linkage there. So I figure we'll try this one more time and try to determine exactly where this is leaking from. Oh. Okay. It is leaking from the linkage itself. Right there. Yep, and then it drools down the wire. So it may not even be the line. Maybe the pump itself. Oh yeah, it's coming from the top. It's coming from the top of the pump. That's where that one's leaking. How about this one? Same, top of the pump. All right, well, seems like there's some research that's gonna have to happen. And it looks like it's not the lines at all. It's that guy. Great. All right, this is it. It's gonna go up for the last time till we can decide how to fix this stuff. It won't be for a little bit, but at least I'll be protected. Engage! Whoa. That didn't sound good. Sheesh. That sounded like too strong. Too strong. It's weird, I thought this one wasn't working, but here it is working. Brake. Brake. All right, good morning. It's the next day, and I think I got a little distracted with the cylinders leaking. I was really hoping to be able to get that put back together, but it's not gonna happen today. and I say I got distracted because I forgot all about the switch. Now, I know for sure that I'm not getting power all the way back there, but am I actually getting power to the switch? You can see here, it's not doing anything. So I need to make sure that I'm at least getting power to the switch. And if that's the case, we stick with the original plan, and we're gonna bypass the switch for now up here so that I can get these to run. As far as actually replacing these, I don't know if I'm gonna do that real soon, because I looked them up and they're about 140 bucks per cylinder. That's about a little over 300 bucks with shipping, 350. Then to do it right, I probably should replace those lines back there. That's another 100 bucks. So altogether, we're looking at 400 or 500 bucks to get that dialed in. And honestly, this is pretty much a fair weather car, but I'm just using the top for shade, to be honest with you. So I think for the next couple months, or at least a little while, I can save up and let the top stay up. And then as we get closer to winter, if we haven't fixed those yet, we can go ahead and do that and get those cylinders replaced. But for now, I think we're gonna be all right just bypassing the switch. So if we do need to get it down, knowing that it's going to leak, we can do it. But otherwise, I think we're gonna let these sit for a little bit. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we have power to the switch. And if that's the case, I gotta pull those wires down and out underneath anyway, because again, I have to get a switch. I don't have that. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, let's do it. All right, we got it out. So this is the actual clip for the switch. The one at the top of the pyramid is the power going in, and the one on the left and right is up and down. So no matter what we do here, this is going to be a problem, because this is as far out as I can get it. So this is what we're working with. So any bypass I do is going to have to plug into this somehow, I think. So we'll have to figure that out. But first, let's see if we're actually getting power to this guy. And if we are, we know what we got to do. So let's see what we got there. All right, let's see if we can find a good ground. Let's see if this has power. All right, either it doesn't have power or I have a horrible ground. Let's see. Looks like I have a good ground. All right, let's start over here. All right, I'm getting power from the battery there, but I'm not getting power to the switch. So maybe my switch works just fine. That means we got to figure out why I'm not getting power. That's not cool. Yep, we're about to have ourselves a Florida weather event, for sure. Hey guys, I think I'm about done with this episode, but I'm scratching my head here trying to think of what did we actually accomplish. I think a whole lot of nothing. I mean, we did get the top up, I guess, so we'll call that a win, which is what we needed for the next couple months. And fine, we found out that it's got some leaks, we got to fix those, and there's no power. So it's got issues from both sides. I don't know, we will get to that. But the important thing is is the maintenance items are done. I was able to take the car out for a spin yesterday, and the brakes are good. Everything else seems to be running good. So, and we got the top up. So I'm gonna call that a win and move on for now. But once we get those cylinders, we'll jump back in. I gotta get some wiring diagrams, figure out where this power is supposed to come from, you know, all this other stuff. We'll come back to it and we'll get those cylinders fixed for sure. But for this episode, we're gonna call it. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks.